Episode 6 of Hellbound Season 2 shows us the aftermath of the announcement turned riot. Chairman Kim is dead. Jung Hyuk-sang, the decreed Soto employee, is being tortured by the Arrowheads. Pinwheel films him and tells the public how Soto plans to use his demonstration to kidnap Youngja. Jin-soo goes through Kim's phone and sees multiple calls to Secretary Lee. Hae-jin promises to reunite Youngja with her kids while Sungjip waits for Lee's order. At that moment, Jin-soo calls her and offers her a deal. He wants to meet Youngja, but if Lee refuses, he will tell the world about her plans. With one word, he can calm the Arrowheads or set them after Lee. Annoyed, Lee agrees to Jin-soo's plan and keeps Sungjip in the dark as she tells him to resume his mission. Mr. Young is upset that his demonstration will go to waste, but it doesn't, as everyone is focused on him. When the monsters show up, Hae-jin, Sungjip and Youngja make a run for the van. However, it is a trap as Pinwheel's group has been hiding near the van. They show up and beat Sungjip and Hae-jin. Pinwheel livestreams the encounter and claims they have rescued Youngja. Jin-soo tries to talk to Youngja about his nightmares, but she cannot seem to relate. She realizes that their hells are different and unwittingly goads him by declaring that he is a coward and that the monster he sees is within him. In a fit of rage, he wants to attack her when his hand is suddenly covered by monster tentacles. As the Arrowheads try to help him, more of the monster covers Jin-soo's body. Hae-jin takes her chance and escapes with Sungjip and Youngja. Jin-soo shows up beside the van and begs for her help. She gives in and tries to pull him out of the monster cocoon, but to no avail. He falls and completely turns into a monster. His face glows white like the monster's powers, and he runs off. The public is in shock, having seen Jin-soo's transformation via Pinwheel's live. However, Lee wants to continue with the plan. They will erase Arrowhead and establish order by having Soto and New Truth as rivals. Hae-jin heads to a junkyard where Youngja is to reunite with her boys. Hae-jin suddenly sees a cartoon elephant on a van and recalls Youngja's premonition. She turns just in time and misses the bullet fired at her by none other than Sungjip. Hae-jin tries to distract him into a villain monologue while Youngja hides. He doesn't believe in Lee's plan anymore and wants to kill Youngja so that no one else can take her and use her influence. He finally finds her and knocks her out in a van that is under a car crusher. He activates the crusher, but Hae-jin attacks. It is almost a touch and go, but she knocks him out in time and stops the crusher. After she rescues Youngja, she handcuffs Sungjip and leaves the keys out of his reach. He claims that killing Youngja is their last chance at going back to the old world order, but she storms off. A man shows up in a car and Youngja is wary. But Hae-jin tells her to trust him. Youngja thanks her for her help and, as parting advice, shares that the world is going to end soon. As the man drives Youngja away, he tears up and she realizes that he is her son. Lee suddenly gets her decree that she will die in 2 years at 7 a.m. At the same time, thousands of people get their decree too. Jin watches all of it on TV as he sits by Hee-young's side. She looks at a photo of her mom and then passes away. Hae-jin runs to Jae-hyun and asks her to live with her, to which the girl agrees. As they leave, Hae-jin tells the other Soto members to do whatever they want as time is short. Jae-hyun sees the outside for the first time and asks about the Bay graffiti by Arrowheads, which is everywhere. Hae-jin decides to tell her about her parents and adopt her. The Hellbound Season 2 Episode 6 epilogue is a flashback to Jae-hyun's demonstration. She dies with her parents, but minutes later she resurrects. And with Hellbound Season 2 Episode 6, the season comes to an end. We didn't expect the production to push its luck and end the K-drama on a cliffhanger, since Netflix very rarely greenlights multiple seasons of the same show. Very few have been privileged, including Love Alarm and Sweet Home with their 3 seasons. But then again, we don't know what their criteria are, so Hellbound could very well get a new season with the way the writers have so confidently left a lot of loose ends. As a standalone episode, it is pretty alright, with all the different factions clashing, standard slick choreographed action, deaths, and a whole lot of gore. Jinsu turning into a monster makes us wonder if the other monsters/executors are also resurrected sinners who have been turned. The angel pandemic also shows us that there are a lot of different faces which could belong to the sinners who were not resurrected. However, as a finale, there is a lot that is left to be desired, as yet again we are left with more questions than answers. Season 2, like Sweet Home's second season, feels like a transition between the first season and the third, as it doesn't really expand Hellbound's world. Instead, we get a lot of setups which will hopefully pay off in Season 3. Looks like we will have to wait and see.